Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome in NTV, Niraja, Station, you understand, the channel. Yes, today we are going to talk about, you understand, the subject, the Ramadan, this month, yes, the Ramadan is one of the 12 months of the year in the Arabic calendar. Ramadan is 29, 30 days, and, God Himself was created, I can say the earth, but, God has created universe, It's very important every day to do what God wants us to do. What God wants is to fast the month of the Ramadan. We stop eating from the sunrise to the sunset. We stop doing bad things, doing good things, to do good things, to read the Quran, to teach the Quran, to learn the Quran. You understand? On Ramadan, I can say, is not a birthday, but it's the birth month of, the Quran. The Quran was sent or began to be sent to the Prophet in the month of the Ramadan. That's why God said every month of Ramadan we have to read the Quran, to teach the Quran, and to learn the Quran also. It's very important. Yes, God Himself has said also that we have to do good things. That's good, to do what we can, in brotherhood, to visit our parents, our relatives, to do good things for our family and for our neighbors also. God has said that and the Prophet Muhammad himself, peace and salvation on him, has said that a Muslim is a brother of another Muslim. It means that a Muslim, regardless of where he's coming from, of the color of his skin, of his culture, or his country, or his wealth, is a Muslim and is a brother of another Muslim. You understand? Every year when we turn around the Kaaba, the billionaire is behind the farmer, and the black is behind the white, and the yellow is front of the white. That's the image of what God Himself has created in the world. What we call diversity. It's very important. If we look at but God Himself has said, and the Prophet himself has said, the best of the human being is the one guy who learns the Quran and teach it to others. That's why every day we have to do what we can in teaching Quran, for being good, in doing good things to our families, our neighbors, and to as a human being. It's very important. That's what God wants us to do. Yes, the fasting month of the Ramadan is a month. It's not easy to fast. You can understand, because if you don't eat one day, you say I'm hungry. But if you do it during 30 days, you guess how you'll be at the hand. But God is generous, and during the last days we have a good night that God has given to human being for a good night of present. I can say the name is the Laylatul Qadr night. The power, the night of the power. Yes, I couldn't call it like that. The power, the night of the power. That's Laylatul Qadr. Yes, the surah is Inna anzalnahu fi Laylatul Qadr wa ma adraka ma Laylatul Qadr. Laylatul Qadr khairum min alfi shahri. Tanazzalu malaikatu wa ruhu fiha bi idhni rabbihim min kulli amrin salamun hiya hatta matla'il fajr. God Himself has said that during that month, angels comes with. Yes, and just come with doing good things for human being, and it says that until the morning. From during all the night, it's blessing to human being. It's good things. We have to pray Him. We have to pray on His last prophet Muhammad. When we talk about the prophet Muhammad, we haven't forgotten other prophets. The first is Adam. Yes, and after Adam we have all prophets are big, but we cannot forget Noah, who did a lot for his community, who were unfaithful, but they were unfaithful. They didn't trust and Noah, but Noah did what he was able to do. That's what is important. And after Noah, we had Abraham. Abraham, I can say, is the grandfather of a lot of prophets. If we understand, Abraham is the father of Ismail, who's the ancestor of the prophet Muhammad. Abraham is the father of Isaac, Israel, who's the ancestor of a lot of prophets. You can understand Israel will be the father of Jacob, and Jacob is the father of Joseph, and in a lot of grandsons of Abraham, of Isaac, are prophets. You have in that way David, Solomon, and we have you can say Jesus, but before Jesus we have Moses, and the last Muhammad is Arabic. God says that every day, every time we have to think about them, and we have not to do a difference between his prophets, because he has chosen them and sent them to mankind to bring the light, to bring the truth, to bring what is important, the good way that we have to take to go back to the paradise where our ancestor Adam came. So it's very important every day, every time to think about prophets, to pray for them, to do what we can, for God is great and God is generous. So it's the night of the Laylatul Qadr, the night, the night of the power, or the powerful night, I can say. It's a night in which we have to read the Quran, we have to pray God to pray what we want, to say God to give us what we want. God has said that his hands are largely open, so everything that we want, we have to say God help us, God give us these things. Is very important, and as human being, I was saying that we human being, we know nothing and God know everything. We human being, we have nothing and God has everything. We human being, we can nothing and God can everything. So God who can, who have, and who you can say who is able to, we pray him every day to give us what we want. God is Almighty. Good afternoon, everybody.